Hey guys, it's Allie here. Welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Allie. See, I know this isn't my original setup, but since it's Halloween, we want to get in the Halloween spirit. And today I have with me Sarah. Sarah, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And today we're doing something a little different. Instead of me asking Sarah a question and have a discussion, Sarah's going to ask me a question and have a discussion. So, Sarah, I hope you don't have a question to ask.
Let me see. What do you think we should do about inflation?
And what?
About inflation, like how all the prices are coming up. What do you think we should do?
I think honestly, maybe we could just, let's see, inflation. That's because the gas prices are going up, food is going up, college tuition and everything is going up, and all of that.
Yeah, but mostly food prices. Cause I don't know about you, but I'm struggling.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let's get down to the root of why these things are even happening anyway. Food costs is going up because it's costing more to grow food, right? Or even like take care of the animals to produce the meat.
And then we have shortages of, I believe we have a cow shortage right now.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Beef shortage. We always end up having a beef shortage for some reason.
And I know the beef is like, what's that sickness you get from the beef as well? Getting recalled.
Mad cow disease?
No, not mad cow. No. It's
Is it the whole
No.
Mad cow is a cow disease.
Yeah, not mad cow disease, from the meat. Because they did a recall on the meat literally just a few weeks ago.
Is it salmonella?
Yes, that. They had literally did a recall on the meat just a few weeks ago because of that.
Yeah.
Of beef. So.
They're recalling everything now.
But to run back to your question about what should we do about inflation, I really do not know, because I think if you ask me, maybe we should just blow up the world and just start over.
At this point.
Yeah,
we're all screwed.
Like Thanos was kind of,
Yeah. Like, what happened to the dollar menu?
Oh,
why is $1 $1.25?
No, everything's, and then $2 at McDonald's. Like, they don't got the dollar menu at McDonald's anymore.
They don't. Like, bring it back. Like, I hate it because all these billion-dollar companies are still making the same amount of profit, but like we have to pay more. They're making more in profit, if anything. Like, if they might lose like $1 million, but $1 million is like $2 to them.
I know, and then Bill Gates.
And then they complain about it like they're like first world problems.
No, and the funny thing is too, I had such a Bill Gates net worth the other day. The dude is more than 5 billion, 6 billion at that. I'm like, him alone could afford to feed the whole entire world, or the United States at least.
Like, I think there's this one post I saw where it's like, if you have like a really high paying job, like $100 per hour, and you work the normal 40-hour weeks, it would take you 4,000 years to reach $1 billion.
You'll be dead by then.
Oh yeah, way dead. Like an artifact at that point.
That is crazy. Oh, with that being said, okay, I have a quick question for you, because I heard it the other day and I just want to know what's your opinion on it. Okay, so would you rather work a normal salary of $40,000 for a regular job, or make $400,000 on OnlyFans?
That's a really interesting question, because one, it's like OnlyFans is like such a moral thing. Well, I guess for OnlyFans, I could just sell pictures of my feet. It doesn't say I have to be naked. So I'll take my $400,000. I just take a picture.
Yeah, I guess, because I guess it would depend on how you look at it, because I know some people go on OnlyFans like to sell their body. But personally, like, if you don't want to sell your body, and even sometimes people think feet pics is where it's like, ugh, like, think of it like you have a parent that's on OnlyFans, like, Mom, what are you doing on OnlyFans? Or Dad, what are you doing on OnlyFans? Like, I would be kind of, like, it's like a respect thing,
Yeah, but I feel like if you think about it, I mean, it's all like if what you're comfortable with. Like, I don't judge people who do that.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think I would want to do that.
Yeah, personally, for me, I wouldn't, just because, say, if I wanted to get like a regular job or something, and then they look back on that, and like, once your pictures are on the internet, they're on the internet. Like, literally, like, even like, okay, say we're going to use the Kardashians for an example. everybody know how the Kardashians was, especially Kim got famous, and it still runs back and haunts her. Like it's going to track her for the rest of her life. And then Mia Khalifa, yeah, everybody know what she does. Well, she don't even do it. She did. She don't do it no more. But if you say the name Mia Khalifa, what do they connect her with?
Yeah,
and she can't get rid of that, and it's like an image. Like I don't want to be seen, my image to be seen as that and get deteriorated. You know,
I want to be. If I ever get famous, I want to be famous for being like smart. I want to be famous for having like revolutionary like art.
Really?
Like not like necessarily art in the traditional sense of like drawings, pictures, and stuff like that, but like art, like things I've created. Like I'm just such a creative person that I just love bringing new things to the world that can like somebody can relate to, or that just makes somebody's day better, or just like stuff like that. So if I want to be famous, I want to be famous for that reason, and not because I have, you know, a big chest, or like a nice body, or it's just like it sucks because like at this point in this day of age, you make so little at a traditional job and you suffer so much, but you could suffer less and just like throw out your entire dignity. And like, I mean, some people's dignity doesn't get thrown out.
Yeah.
More power to them. But I already have self-esteem issues. So if I was to like go on the internet and then like, I already wouldn't worry now about being used for my body, and I don't even do that stuff. Like, I don't do OnlyFans. I don't do that stuff. And I already worry about being used for my body. And then that's why they're there. That's why they're there. Like, it would ruin my self-esteem more than it already is ruined.
And I feel like women are deteriorated more than men when it comes to that stuff as well.
Oh, yeah. Like, men are like, oh, yeah, your junk was on the internet. Who cares, really? And then, like, for women, it's like your entire life is ruined. You get fired. Your parents hate you. Your family hates you. And it's horrible. And it's still, like, this, like, realm of misogyny that's still lingering. Like, we know women have rights now, but you can see it in things like that, and you can see it in even like regular jobs that men are being treated higher or better than women are, and in industries where even sometimes where women, what's the word? Like they do better and then they thrive more, but men are still being treated better. I feel like it's just such a horrible industry. I think one of my friends made this point when we were talking about something like this. He's like, we're not meant to see like other people doing that stuff. And I'm like, I can't help but agree. Because like it's not natural that we're going on the internet and at the click of a button you can see your favorite celebrity naked.
Yeah.
Or like Kim Kardashian, like giving it all to the world. And it gives people this sense of entitlement that they're just entitled to your body and they're entitled to sex and they're entitled to your time and your energy when they're not. Nobody's entitled to anything, and it's just, I feel like it's not even like the people who are doing it, it's just the people who are victims to the people who are running it. And that's how the world always is. You get the big people in charge who run everything, and then the victims who people blame, but it's not even their fault. And it's just so sad. It's like sell your body and ruin your life for hundreds of thousands of dollars in a comfortable lifestyle, or barely make it, but at least you're not like feeling horrible about yourself. It's just so upsetting.
And then not only that, with the use of AI,
your face can be put on anything.
Yes, and then I know there's been like her social media problems because there was this TikToker, I don't forgot her name, where she posts herself on Instagram, but like not of inappropriate pictures, but since she shows her full body, literally somebody used an AI thing to take her clothes off and post on another account and have a fake Instagram page posing as her.
That's crazy. Especially, I think it relates also to earlier where I said, like, people feel entitled to see people naked nowadays. Just because everything is at the click of a button. And it's so upsetting. It's just like, what happened to the days where you had to go to a store and, like, rent video if you wanted anything dirty, right?
Yeah.
And, like, at least it had, like, a process. And
least, you paid for it, too.
And even though, like, some of the stuff isn't great to watch, at least you know those actors are going to be of age. The person buying it is of age. The store is somewhat credible, and at least you know, like, it's not going to be, like, at least they know they're being filmed, and it's not, like, exploitive. And it's people, like, at least you have those things. Like, is it the greatest thing ever? No, absolutely far from anything. Should we really be watching it? Probably not. But at least in the days where you had to rent, like, dirty VHSs, at least you had, like, those things. Now on the internet, you can go to, like, dirty websites. You don't even know if those girls are of age.
Because you don't know they look so young.
Either. Yeah, and it be titles just like young girl, young teen, barely legal, and it's disgusting. And you don't even know if like both parties consented. You don't even know like if they knew they were being filmed half the time or what.
Yeah, because I know I saw a story where this girl was doing it with like somebody who was in college, and the person in college was filming her, and she had no idea, and he posted the video.
Yeah, that's
And
horrible.
like, see, no, you're not supposed to do that. Which I hope he got charged for sure.
I'm sure he did. It's just so sad nowadays that people just have this expectation that they can go online and they can watch anything they want, they can see anything they want, and there's no respect for privacy. There's no respect for people's lives anymore. And like, there's great things about the world still. Yeah. There will always be great things about the world. But then you look at stuff like this and it's just like, where have we gone? Like, was it great in the past? No. Well, it was actually probably worse in the past. But some aspects get worse as time goes on, and some aspects get better. But like, then we're at net zero, and I think that's what the worst part is. Maybe we were in the negatives earlier, but we're still at net zero. It's just so upsetting.
So, with that being said, you would do it with feet pics.
Yeah,
400,000.
I mean, gross. Do I think foot fetishes are gross? Yeah, but I mean, I need to live. I think that's the most upsetting thing is that. No matter like what you do, you always need to like go on tomorrow. And I mean, I could work a dead end day job for $40,000 and like pay $2,000 in rent every month for like that'd be like 24,000, and then you have car insurance on top of that. You have
and then
your phone
that
bill,
ties
your
back with
interest.
the inflation of everything going
Food
more
is
and more up. At this point, look,
college loan debt.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I can pay off all my debts and have like at least comfortable lifestyle, and maybe a picture of my foot is on the internet somewhere and somebody's looking at it and being weird, but at least like
you got your money.
Yeah.
Period. You live in life.
It's just so sad that it's come to that in life sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, what would be your final thoughts on inflation and the question that I asked?
I think inflation, I wish it would go down. It sucks so bad because like billionaires will say that like the increase, like it's increasing to produce, but like the real increase is like $1 per item. Like they're already paying so low that they're like, oh, it goes up just a little bit, I need to charge thousands more dollars. It's so like upsetting because billionaires, they could buy anything they wanted, like literally anything they wanted. And then like people like me and maybe even you and maybe your mom, maybe your brother, who knows, like we're out here struggling. Like I have people I work at a store and I see people on WIC and on food stamps, and I'm glad that the government is helping them in that way, but it is so sad that they don't make enough to cover their basic necessities. Like, end of day, it's just so sad that people are struggling so much that the government is helping them and not doing anything about the billionaires who are taking 90% of the profits.
Oh yeah, and that's with taxes too. But that's another story. Okay. Yeah, we have a problem with these billionaires, but that's another story for another day.
Right. And then as for the question you asked, I wish the internet was restricted sometimes. Like, is it great that we have open internet? Yeah. But if these people, especially men use like porn and like even like OnlyFans as like a way to be violent against women. They see these things that are like there for them to entertain, like hitting and choking and stuff like this, and they see it on the internet and they think it's okay to just do to whoever, whenever. And it's making violence against women more common and almost acceptable, and almost normalized on the internet. And it all just kind of like boils down to the misogyny of it all. And it's just like, would I take my $400,000 and post my feet pics? Sure. Do I wish I could just have a regular job that I enjoyed, that paid me like at least a decent wage with a little bit of spending money on the side so that I could live at least a comfortable life? Not even close to a billionaire. I don't need to be a billionaire.
No.
But something at least letting me have a house and my necessities and letting me live comfortably with a little bit of spending money so I can enjoy a hobby? Yes. Am I going to take that $400 for my peep pics? Yeah. I mean, it's just really upsetting.
It really is.
Yeah.
Guys, honestly, when it comes to the topic of inflation, I think they should teach us more in school about what leads to inflation, why do we have inflation, and what could possibly help it. I feel like they don't teach us enough in school, personally, to even speak on the matter enough, because you have you have our opinion, then you have people where going against what the federal government when it comes to that opinion as well, and it's like he say she say type of thing until we have like somebody who actually knows the topic to like lay down the facts. Like when it came to the COVID situation, they had doctors. Here's the facts of COVID. Listen to us. We're the doctors. We're the scientists. We know what we're talking about. Versus listening to like the president who really don't even be like knowing on the subject. So
have we ever had a president that knows anything about anything?
So
like we just keep getting presidents in office that are too old to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're gonna be here for 4 years? Will you even make it to the end of your term? Actually.
Speaking of that, are you registered to vote?
I am registered to vote.
Yes, guys, if you haven't registered to vote, yes, register to vote.
We're coming up on primaries really soon, so for the presidential elections next year.
I know it's gonna be an interesting election.
Some old man in office again. Honestly, I don't care who gets in office as long as they relieve student debt.
I think Nikki Haley is running too, actually.
Is she? Really?
Yeah.
I don't care who's in office, just relieve my student debt and don't take away my rights. I have 2 standards, and half of these people can't even take like it's not that hard to relieve my student loan debt and give me my rights. Like it shouldn't be that hard to just say like you want the basic necessities in life. But it is now, like saying you want just food. If I walked up to somebody and said, I want food for free, they would think you're entitled. But it's one of those things you need to live.
Yeah.
Why
is that like female products? I feel like female products should be free.
Yeah, they should be, but even that's controversial. People be like, oh, well, if women get this free, then toilet paper should be free. Oh. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Everything should be free, honestly, at this point.
Unless it's like a want. Like,
like perfume.
Do we need perfume? No.
No. Do I enjoy having perfume?
Yes. Do we need game systems? No, not really.
Am I going to spend my extra little bit of my paycheck on a Resident Evil game? For sure I will.
Yeah.
I actually did that the other day. But,
see, Sarah, you could have used that for your food.
Yeah, I could have. And that's the thing that's so upsetting is that I could have used that for my food. Right. I could have spent $60 on, I don't know, 5 meals, maybe. 5 meals. And what? Like a case of Mountain Dew? Is that what it's worth now?
Yeah, pretty much. A bag of chips is almost $6.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Like, it's like $4 to $5 for a bag of Lay's chips. And I'm like, this is going to go stale in 2 weeks. Yes. Like, it's not even going to be good, like, by the time I'm ready to eat it. It's crazy. It's people are really struggling out here. And then the billionaires are like, what should I create next? And then let's create this cool system where you put it on your eyeballs and you have this interactive.
Let's create another iPhone that's just like the literally the old version of the iPhone.
Except we take away the SIM.
Yeah. And make the titanium outerior,
And the camera's basically the same, except it looks different. And people are still going to eat it up. That's how I am with my phone. I have an iPhone 11. It's not like the newest and greatest, but it hasn't failed me yet. It probably needs a battery replacement. That's about it.
And I got the iPhone 14 Pro. And I will not be changing it for a while until they probably come out with the iPhone 20.
Honestly, it's just so upsetting. It's crazy how like phone companies can just make a new model and make yours slower just so you buy the new model. I'm not buying that. Like they're getting sued. Apple's getting sued for that right now. I bought my phone last year straight out for $300. And that's all it really needs. And all it really needs is like a battery replacement after a year. And it's crazy that like people always want the newest and the greatest, but it's not even their fault either. It's always the big company's fault, making you feel like you need the newest and greatest, and then slowing it down so that we could do? We could make a gaming system we could make a new gaming system once every, 15 years?
15. Okay, maybe not that far. Maybe, probably every 5 years.
Spread it out. Even with our new, technology, we can make it last for so long. We have the capability to make things last, but we don't. Because, we aren't doing anything, actually.
We're evolving.
But the billionaires want more money because they're greedy. So, yeah, we can make a phone. My mom had her old phone until it literally just stopped working.
What phone did she have?
I don't even know. It was just some off-brand Android, and she used it until it broke. But now they're slowing our phones down whenever the new model comes out, so that you buy the new phone. I'm not buying the new phone.
You know what? I could go back to a flip phone, so I can be more dramatic when I hang up.
Honestly.
Period. Okay, fine then. Hang,
Honestly,
flip.
I was making this like I was at my friend Destiny's house, like making like we were making this diorama for one of her classes, and it was like this like box that she took the lid off to make a bathtub. So I had this like lid box, and I drew like a phone on it. It was like the typical screen and the keypad. And I was talking to her. I'm like, when kids nowadays like hear phone and you have to draw, they're gonna draw an iPhone with the button.
Yep.
And
Well,
I'm just
not
like,
without the button.
sometimes without a button. How am I supposed to know that's a phone?
It's
And
a
they're like this now. They're like, oh, pick up the phone. Are we like this?
We're like this now.
Because we had the
like
dial-up phones on the wall. It's like, hello? And now they're just like, hello? It's crazy, the generational change, and you can't even blame them either. It's not even their fault. It's just the new age of technology. And then who knows where we're going to be in 30 years. Maybe we'll just be relying on technology for our reality, and our world will be so degraded and done for that nothing else really matters outside of our technology.
Hey, that's why the movies that be coming out be really foretelling the future. Let the Simpsons make an episode, okay? That's all. We just
They probably already have.
We just gotta rely on the Simpsons because they be foretelling everything, okay?
Honestly.
But guys, I hope you enjoyed our tea talk, and thank you for coming on my show, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Enjoyed it as always. Catch us next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love, guys. And that's the end of Tea Talk. Hang up.